It's a great pleasure for me to be here at James Cook University, and particularly at this second annual meeting with regards to mental health and higher education. Universities actually occupy a key social role, and they're operative for many people at a critical time of life when young people are at still significant risk of the onset of mental health problems. On the other hand, they're still growing brains to maximise their emotional and cognitive development. So universities need to recognise, just like schools and other social institutions, that they can be incredibly important in both promoting mental health and well-being, but also picking up early signs of difficulties, facilitating appropriate healthcare and supporting students through the transition from school to education, from education to work at critical phases of life. What I've been emphasising is the role that universities need to play. It needs to be serious, it needs to be systemic, it needs to be sustained. It can't be half-baked, it can't be tokenistic, it can't be a small training program for staff or an awareness-raising exercise for students or a few leaflets or a minor access to a counselling service. That just won't cut it. In the 21st century, students recognise these problems as the major difficulties they're likely to face, the major challenges. Students want a better experience. Students want to connect with a university that is connected, socially connected, supports their mental health, their physical health, their welfare, their social development. So that's a rich time of life, not an overwhelmingly challenging time of life. As universities rapidly change in the 21st century under all sorts of economic and social pressures, we need to recognise that universities can play a leadership role. So what I've been saying is be proactive, don't be reactive. Stop complaining about your world, get on and actually make a significant social contribution. That requires all in. The executive needs to be in, the academic staff needs to be in, and the focus needs to be that we create a community and an environment that allows young people to thrive. And they get the maximum value. This should be a great experience for life, and it could be, and it will be, if we take the opportunities. Staff are up for it, I think. The executive of universities needs to be there, and we need to use 21st century methods. We have new technologies, new ways of connecting, and young people who are more aware of these issues than ever. So now's a really good time to get organised. It's a leadership issue, and I'm very glad to see the leaders of this university at James Cook University in Northern Queensland actually take on that leadership role and actually start to recognise the ways in which universities can improve themselves for the well-being of their students, but for the well-being of the community as a whole.